The two logos that are for the San Francisco 49ers were created using this graph that I found on Pinterest and also just by searching for the San Francisco logo on the internet. This video is for those who can gauge, slip stitch, double crochet, and single crochet. The pattern is handwritten here. Before starting each row, make sure the total number of stitches comes to 244. After each color change, recount your stitches. They must be exact. This pattern is based on 4 double crochet equals 1 inch and 2 rows equals 1 inch. Each row of the pattern will be done 2 times to equal 1 inch. Make sure your gauge is as close to 4 double crochet to 1 inch and 2 rows to 1 inch to get the results you see here. Remember, you can put the logos in any order you like. Fan could go in the center or 49ers could be on top. Put them in any order you like for your design. This pattern is written in sections for your convenience. The finished product is approximately 5 feet wide by 5 feet 2 inches long. If you need wider, for every foot wider, add 24 additional stitches of red or background color to each side total, the first and last set of stitch numbers on each row. For example, row number 1 on the San Francisco portion of the logo, it says 104R, which is red, and you would add 24 stitches more to that total. As well, you would go to the end of the row, and there says 104R again. Add another 24 stitches to that. That will give you 1 extra foot of width. To make the pattern longer, just add more rows, transition rows, between each logo with 2 rows equaling 1 inch. Use any mixture of colors within the logos you like, but do not end or start on a color that starts your logo color. So if you have gold as your lettering, you don't want your next transition row to be in gold. If my pattern calls for 8 gold and I want to switch to red, I go to the 8th gold stitch halfway through, then pull in the red and complete that stitch and then start the rest of my double crochet. Now I'm going back the other way and I want to bring the gold back up through the red. Halfway through that red stitch, I want to pull the yellow up and get ready to make my next stitch. Wrap the hook and put it through as if you were going to make your next stitch. This is the back view where your hook just came through. Look closely, you can see the loop of thread you just pulled up through the red. Put your hook under that loop, wrap the yarn, and pull it through. Continue on to make your double crochet as normal. This will make a different look on the back, but it seems to be better than having that loop stretching from one row to the next. Check YouTube for how to change colors or carry colors on a graphghan. Also, check for the alternate double crochet turn. This is what I use on every blanket I make so that I have even edges. Go ahead and make your chain so that you have the needed number of stitches matching your gauge. My needed number of stitches is 244. Use the colors of your choice as long as the last of your rows that you're making does not include the color of the start of your logo color. If you're using the San Francisco logo, the color will be black. You wouldn't want your last row of your beginning rows to be black. You want your logo to start on an even row so that you read the pattern from left to right. The chain does not count as a row. Also, if you're increasing the length, add the number of rows you have planned to put at the bottom of your blanket after the last logo as well. Here is the pattern for the San Francisco logo. This can be switched in any order, as I stated earlier. Make sure to pause so that you get every bit of the pattern. Each row will be done 2 times, just as stated at the beginning. R in this pattern is red, G is gold, W is white, and B is black. This is the pattern for the 49ers portion of the logo. You may want to take a photo of the screen so that you can enlarge the writing, and I'm sorry that some of it is a little crooked. On the 49er and the fan patterns, the B is for background and the L is for lettering. This is the pattern for the word fan. You can apply it to any blanket that you like. When you're done with the last of your logo, add your desired number of transition rows in various colors, remembering not to use a color from the logo at the start or the last row, so the first transition row from the first logo cannot be black, and the first row for the second logo, if your letters are going to be gold, cannot be gold. Remember, you can make the letters any color you like, just manage your pattern in colors that you prefer. Do the same number of transition rows that you do between logo number 1 and logo number 2. Do the same number between logo number 2 and logo number 3. For the trim, I did rows of single crochet in various colors. If you like, and it's a girl that you're giving it to, you might like to use a shell trim around the outside. For questions or comments, leave them at the bottom, and thank you for watching my video.